Hello, friends. Today we will discuss a very interesting topic, and the topic is Rahu and Ketu, the infinite possibilities. So, in this video, we will discuss how Rahu and Ketu will give you infinite possibilities. So, let us start the presentation with this beautiful picture of Samudra Manthan. Okay, the Samudra Manthan is being carried out by Devas and Asura to get Amrita. Okay, so we all know that Samudra Manthan is being done by Deva and Asura, and for that they have been used Basuki Sarpa. So the head part of the Sarpa is Asuras are at the head part of the Sarpa and Devas are on the tail part of the Sarpa. And they have used Mandrachala Parvata for the churning of the ocean. So we all know that when Jiva, or we can say when a soul decided to take birth, when a Jivatma decided to take birth, at the very moment the churning of the divine ocean has been started, and the Mandarachala Parvata is nothing but the amount of karma Jiva has at that very moment. And these are the two sides, materialistic world and the spiritual world, along which this churning is being going on daily. So this picture basically shows when Jiva decided to take birth, at that very moment, there are two sides in their life. One is materialistic life, which is like Asuras, all about Rajas, Tamas, and another part is Deva. Okay, so in this picture, I want to highlight certain points. First is the Sarpa, which is being used for the churning of the divine ocean. So the head part, which is headed by Asuras, is like Rahu, which shows materialistic desire. And the tail part, which is headed by Devas, shows the spiritual things one have in their life. So as I mentioned, when Jiva decided to take birth, the churning of the divine ocean is being started, and the churning is going on in the birth horoscope. So we need to identify which are the areas in birth chart or in horoscope where the churning of the divine ocean has been there. Okay, so for that we need to understand the birth chart in a different way. Look, this is the North Indian kind of birth chart, and this is the South Indian kind of birth chart. As I mentioned, Ketu is the tail part of the divine serpent, and Rahu is the head part of the divine serpent. Okay, so let us analyze the Rahu rule nakhetra and Ketu rule nakhetra. The Rahu rule nakhetras are: first is Adra, second one is Swati, third one is Saptavisha. And the Ketu rule nakhetra are first is Aswini, second is Magha, and third is Mula. Okay, if we consider the divine snake, snake, which is used for the churning of the divine ocean, so you will see the tail part of the ocean, which is like Ketu, is in a fiery sign, and the head part is in a airy sign, and the sign which is in between these two sides is a earthy sign. I mean to say the Taurus sign, the Virgo sign, and the Capricorn sign. These are the three signs where the churning of the divine ocean is actually going on when Jiva decided to take birth. Okay, so here I have used the Rahu rule nakhetra and Ketu rule nakhetra. We all know that Rahu rule nakhetra are in Gemini sign, in Libra sign, and in Aquarius sign. That is Adra nakhetra, and in Libra it is Swati Nakhetra, and in Kumbh Rasi Saptavisha Nakhetra. These are the Rahu ruled Nakhetra, and the Ketu ruled Nakhetras are in Aries sign, Aswini Nakhetra, in Leo sign, Magha Nakhetra, and in ninth house, Sagittarius sign, Mula Nakhetra. So we can visualize that if the head part is led by Asuras and the tail part is led by Devas, then the Madratala Parvata is like the Taurus sign on which the divine churning is going on, the Virgo sign which the divine churning is going on, and the Capricorn sign on which the divine churning is going on. So I meant to say that these are the three signs: Taurus sign, Virgo sign, and Capricorn sign, in which actually the divine churning is going on. And it is the purpose of the divine churning is to getting Amrita. And in the previous life, as I saw, when the divine churning is going on and the Samudra Manthan is coming, during the Samudra Manthan, so many things came out, like Airavata Hasti, Ma Lakshmi, and Hala Hala Visa, and finally Amrita. Everything is coming on. Similarly, when the churning of when Jiva decided to take birth, and the churning of the divine ocean, or we can say the heap of karma is going on, many things came out from that churning. Okay, so I mean to say that here Taurus sign, Virgo sign, and Capricorn sign. These are the three signs one need to be look out. The planets in those signs really will give you the test of the divine journey. So let us discuss some example chart. This is the chart of Lord Sri Krishna. Hare Rama Krishna, Hare Rama Krishna. You can see that Lord Krishna has Taurus ascendant and moon in the sign of Taurus. Okay. And you can see that Mercury is in the sign of Virgo and Ketu is in the sign of Capricorn. So we can say that in Lord Krishna's chart, moon, Mercury and Ketu are in the earthy sign. And we know that Lord Krishna is taken birth during Moon Dasa. During the birth, Moon Dasa was running. Okay, so Lord Krishna was born in a prison and moved from Mathura to Gokul. He was taken away from his parents immediately after his birth. In his early childhood, okay, he was attacked by many demons, many Rakshasas like Putana, Sakatasu, Bakasur, Agasur, many demons have been, Krishna had been attacked by many demons. And you can see that moon is in the sign of Taurus, which is a earthy sign. Okay, so this shows moon, as it is in a earthy sign, actually give the result of the divine journey. Okay, Mercury, the fifth lord is in the fifth house. Okay, which is the Virgo sign and it is the earthy sign. Okay, and Ketu is in the ninth house and it is in the Capricorn sign. In notable horoscope, Dr. Viviran clearly mentioned that it was the far end of Ketu Dasa that the immortal Bhagavad Gita was taught by Lord Krishna to Arjuna. So basically, it was the Ketu Dasa and Mercury Dasa. Far end, it does mean that Ketu last part. So it has to be Ketu Dasa and Mercury Antardasa, where Lord Krishna actually told the Bhagavad Gita to guide Arjuna in the battlefield of Mahabharata. And you can clearly see over here, Ketu and Mercury both are in the earthy sign. So it clearly shows earthy sign somehow playing an important role in Lord Krishna's chart. Okay, another thing is that Lord Krishna was a great devotee of Lord Shiva. and he built Somanath Jyotirlinga. It is believed that Somanath Jyotirlinga was initially built by moon. Okay, in Satya Yoga, moon built Somanath Jyotirlinga in gold in Satya Yoga, and by Ravana in Tretya Yoga, Ravana built Somanath Jyotirlinga in silver in Tretya Yoga, and Lord Krishna in Dwapara Yuga built that Somanath Jyotirlinga in sandalwood. And you can see that the Somanath Jyotirlinga is linked to the Taurus side. Okay, and where the moon is getting exalted. And again, this Taurus side, moon is linked with, in Lord's Krishna chart, moon is in the Taurus side, which is the earthy side. So we can clearly see that in Lord Krishna chart, moon, Mercury, and Ketu really played important role in his life. Let us take another example. This is the chart of Swami Vivekananda. Okay. In Swami Vivekananda chart, you can see that Mercury. Okay. We can see that Mercury Venus in Capricorn. Mercury Venus is in Capricorn. Ketu in Taurus, and Saturn Moon are in Virgo. I mean to say 5 planets are there in the earthy sign. So let us analyze Swami Vivekananda's chart. You can see that the relationship between Ramakrishna Paramahansa and Vivekananda began in November of 1881 when they met at the house of Surendranath Mishra. Ramakrishna asked Narendra the name of another name of Vivekananda to sing, and impressed by his singing talent, he invited him to Dakshineswara, Saturn Moon conjunction, Dakshineswara. If we analyze the Dasa sequence, it is the Rahu Dasa and Saturn Antardasa. It was Rahu Dasa and Saturn Antardasa. During that time, he meet Ramakrishna Paramahansa. And you can see Saturn is with moon in the sign of Virgo. So that is maybe the reason for which Ramakrishna called him to Dakshineswara Dakshineswara Mandira. Okay. Then comes Swami Vivekananda, the great speech of Chicago. It was on dated 11th September 1893. So the great speech of Chicago is on 11th September 1893. And the Dasa sequence is Jupiter Dasa, Jupiter Antardasa, and Venus Petantardasa. Okay. The dispositor of this Jupiter is Venus, which is in the earthy sign. This shows again in the chart of Swami Vivekananda, earthy signs are actually playing a major role. Okay, so we can see from Lord Krishna chart, Swami Vivekananda chart, simply earthy sign, planets in earthy sign actually played a very important role to bring someone from the past and to manifest a certain kind of karma. Okay, these earthy signs actually played a major role. Let's discuss another chart. This is the chart of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. This is the chart of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Chaitanya, the Lagna of Chaitra is Libra ascendant. Okay, and according to Chaitanya Chaitramrita, Chaitanya was born in Navadip. Okay, on full moon night of 18th February 1486 and the time of lunar eclipse. So here is the thing is that Chaitanya was actually born on lunar eclipse. Okay, moon is with Ketu, lunar eclipse. In Chaitanya's chart, we will find exalted Mars. Exalted Mars, the second lord and seventh lord is in the earthy sign. Okay, second lord and seventh lord is in the earthy sign. Okay, and there is a Parvartana yoga between Mars and Saturn. Okay, he renounced the world. This is the event. He renounced the world at the age of 25. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu renounced from the world at the age of 25 in the sub period of Saturn and the main dasa of Mars. You can see that Mars and Saturn in the sub period of Saturn within the dasa of Mars, involving planets in earthy sign. This shows again in Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's case also the earthy signs, planet in earthy signs played a major role. So we must very focused way we need to analyze the planet which are present in the earthy sign. Let us take another chart. I am just showing a number of combinations and I am trying to figure out how the earthy signs are working. This is the chart of Albert Einstein. Okay, Albert Einstein, you can see that Mars and Rahu, this Mars and Rahu are in the sign of Capricorn, earthy sign. Okay, in 1901, Einstein actually married the gifted mathematician Marvel. Okay, so Einstein married when Rahu Bhikti in Venus Antardasa had commenced. So Einstein married to a gifted mathematician, Mileva Marvel, and during that time, the Rahu Antardasa, Rahu Bhukti in Venus Dasa is going on. And we can clearly see that this Rahu is in the sign of Capricorn. Okay. In 1932, actually, in 1932, Jupiter in Mars, he went to America. So in 1932, Einstein went to America, joined the Institute of Princeton. Okay, Rahu Dasa commenced in 1937 and lasted till January 1955. So Rahu Dasa 1937 to 1955. It was during Rahu Dasa, due to his peculiar disposition, that Einstein went on thinking, speculating, and varying together not only some strands of experience, time with space, mass with energy, gravitation with space, time, but to braid together the whole of our physical experience in a single theory. Okay, and looked for unity in all nature. So Rahu actually give Einstein a ample amount of success. Again in Einstein's chart, we have clearly seen that this Rahu is playing a major role, and the Rahu and Mars both are in the earthy sign. So what I mean to say that in every chart, the planet in a earthy sign will give a significant event in his life, whether it is the dasa or antardasa. So we need to carefully analyze the chart, what we are seeing day-to-day basis. We must carefully analyze the chart, whether the planet is in a earthy sign or not. If the planet is in a earthy sign, then definitely a certain amount of karma which will going to come to us. Okay, so let us check another chart. This is the chart of Sri Guru Nanak, Sri Guru Nanak. And we can see that Saturn and Moon are in the sign in the 10th house. Okay, and Jupiter is in the second house, Virgo. Saturn, Moon, Jupiter, these all are in earthy sign. Saturn, Moon are in Taurus sign. Jupiter is in Virgo sign. So, well, let us see how these planets actually work. Nanak was put to school in his 7th and 8th year when he was undergoing the moon's dasa. So the dasa is running moon dasa. Nanak often surprised his schoolmaster and parent by his queer act and utterance, and occasionally sallies of free thought. His spiritual preposition and mystic brooding spirit become clearly visible in the course of moon dasa. And we can clearly see that moon is in the sign of Taurus at the sign. It was in the moon dasa that he was put to various secular tasks by his parents, but he began to get more and more absorbed in religious practices. Okay, so moon is in a sign Taurus, so it shows moon in Guru Nanak's chart. Moon from the beginning he is showing his color, which is in the earthy sign. Okay. During the Saturn Dasa, Saturn is also in earthy sign. Nanak and his favorite disciple, Mardana, were imprisoned by Babur's men. Okay, Babur's imprisoned him. Subsequently, under the same Dasa influence, Nanak came in personally contact with Babur. Okay, and exercised considerable influence on their life and conduct of this emperor. So actually, Babur is getting influenced by Guru Nanak. Okay, towards the close of his life, the Jupiter laying aside the grab of Fakir settled down with his family at uh, Kartarpur and continued to teach new faith to the large number of his followers. So again, Jupiter is in the earthy sign. And one interesting thing is that in Saturn Dasa, Jupiter Vikti, in Saturn Dasa and Jupiter Vikti, he appointed one of his most sincere disciples as a spiritual heir, ignoring his own son. Here, Nanak has taken a major decision to bring someone which is actually suitable to become a spiritual heir. Okay, ignoring his own son. And Nanak also died at the fag end of Jupiter T. So in Guru Nanak's chart also we can see that planets in earthy sign played a major role. So what we have learned from the charts that if any planet, whether it is in a sign of Taurus or sign of Taurus or Virgo or Capricorn. These are the three earthy signs. If any planet is there, they will definitely show the result of the Samudra Manthan. They will show the result of what are our karma, churning of our karma. Okay. So let us discuss how we can address this issue. How we can deal with the karma which we does not actually know. So for that, we know that during the churning of divine ocean, when the hala hala poison came out, it was Lord Shiva who actually drank that poison. So here is the clue. It was Lord Shiva who can really help you. So how we can use this concept in our Jyotish? So we can see that in Jyotish, the fifth bhava is called as mantrasthana. Okay, so the five cycle mantra of Lord Shiva actually will help you to purify the fifth house. Look, ninth house is past and fifth house is future. Your future, fifth house is depend on your ninth house because it is the bhava of ninth house. So you remember, ninth house and fifth house are linked. Ninth house is past, fifth house is future. So the future can be pure by using the five silent mantra of Lord Shiva. And the mantra is Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya. If we chant the name of Lord Shiva, Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya. So when actually problem came in our life, it was Lord Shiva who will be there and take the poison. It was Lord Shiva. It will Lord Shiva who will present when problem came, and he will able to drink the total poison. So this is the lesson we must taken from this class is that every one of us must do the mantra Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya, do the mantra mandatory. It is the five cycle mantra which actually help you to cleanse the fifth house because fifth house is all your projection, your future, your children. Children are your future. So it was the Lord Shiva under whose guidance we can able to deal with the karma of fifth house. So this clearly shows Rahu Ketu. Because of this Rahu Ketu, the earthy signs are getting activated. And actually, when the earthy signs are getting activated, anything will come out based on your past life karma, based on your karma. So Rahu Ketu actually give a infinite possibilities. They are not just limited. They will give you infinite possibility. So friends, this is all about Rahu Ketu, which will give infinite possibilities. Hope you like this video. Do like and subscribe my channel. Thank you.